It works, so fuck it.
Yeah, I was looking the other day, like for I was looking through a lot of the. We've got a couple of used game stops or not GameStop, game stores around here, and I was going through their website looking to see if they had either a Sega Master System or a Sega Genesis, and they don't. And I was like, I would love to have a Sega Master System so that I could play Golvelius because that game was great, and then a Sega Genesis so that I could play. Does anybody remember X-Men on the Sega Genesis? Oh my God, that was a great game. Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Genesis was fantastic as well. But anyways, I digress. Welcome to not Deep Night Revelation. Pirates of Drinax. It is Traveler. I was close. So we are going to be playing our pirate characters tonight, and kind of jumping in. I forget what the term for that is, but we're going to be jumping in in action as they are doing something. So we'll be seeing what the pirates have been up to. Before we get started, we would like to thank a friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. Tonight, we would like to thank Fable Beard Company. Fable Beard Company makes wonderful beard balms, oils, butters, beard wash, co-wash, all natural deodorant. They have spray-on colognes, all manner of things. They also have a women's line under the title of FableBeauty.com. And each of the scent profiles is a different fantasy character. Tonight I am wearing the Hero Beard Balm. It smells of a light cologne and a very faint pipe tobacco. More on the cologne side, really. I mean, they say that the pipe tobacco is there, but I don't get it. But they have a lot of different scents that are available. So I recommend going through the descriptions of all of them. And if you are a first-time purchaser, they just sent out an email about the first-time purchaser deal. If you go and create an account at fablebeardco.com, you get a buy one, get one option, and they have listed it as all items are available. So you can put 2 items into your cart, and the second of that item will be sent to you for free. It used to be that you could do that with 2 items. If the second item was a beard oil, they would discount the beard oil. I think generally what they're going to do is they're going to discount the cheaper of the 2 items to the free. But either way, it is a deal for you. So go make an account and get yourself some cool beard stuff. We also have a merch store via Zazzle. The latest item on there is a Whiskey Rocks class with the Greenwater Guildhall logo on it. And actually, so Brian, who plays in our Friday night and Saturday games, he ordered one. He got one, and I created it for myself, and I haven't even ordered one yet. But he was showing it to me, and he said that the text on it came out a little muddled. And so it is the Greenwater logo, and then at the bottom it says Greenwater Mercantile and Adventuring Company. And so I was like thinking, I'm going to edit that out so that text is missing, because it just doesn't translate well. And so, but the image came out perfectly. So there will be an edit coming to that. So I guess you could say if you already purchased the previous ones, they are a limited edition, and that could be a collector's item. But yeah, we have a lot of different items. There's hoodies and T-shirts and buttons. There is the pirate flag logo from tonight's game, Pirates of Drinax, available on buttons and T-shirts. Made by wonderful Cameron, and all sorts of stuff on there. Blankets and a beer stein, and there's wall maps. If you are wanting to help us out, 100% of the proceeds from that store goes directly back into the channel. It helps us pay for our Incarnate Pro subscription and our Roll20 Pro subscription, and all these little things that are $5.99 here, $4.99 there, and at the end of the month you're questioning how it was that you spent $35. That helps us cover that. And so, if you want to help us out, go get yourself a Whiskey Rocks class, and we thank you for everything that you do for us. Working on the newest book for Braunhaven. It is Gina, the Land of Ice and Plunder. And a whole bunch of new stuff. There's an entire new pantheon of the giant gods, and whole new thing of religious practices that they perform there, and it's going to be a pretty cool book. I'm really excited about it. It's refreshing. It's breathing new life into this world that I have created, if that makes any sense. So that will be forthcoming. Again, as usual, I'm not going to give any ETA, but it's coming. So, where are you guys? You guys, so if you remember, and this was kind of a side note thing, if you remember, towards the end of all of the crap that was going on with Prince Richter, you met I forget, I think it was Randolph who met them in the spaceport groundside in Aces, in the downport. He met an individual, and she was, what was her name? She's a really interesting individual. Armandi. So he met this woman named Armandi. She is a mouthpiece, for a group. See if they're still in here. They are. She was.
And we have such great history with these random groups.
I know, right? She was a mouthpiece for the Free Spurl Society. And so the Free Spurl Society, she was asking if you guys would be able to assist her and the Free Spurl Society in setting up essentially a smuggler port. Now, this has, I mean, she didn't, of course, bring this up, but it would be plausible that you guys would immediately start getting the cartoon dollar signs rolling in your eyes, because this port may not necessarily just be used for what the Free Spurl Society is wanting to use it for. So Spurl, and I can actually show you guys Spurl. Hey, I went and I cleaned up all my maps, so
Nice.
hopefully I won't get as lost. So Spurl is all the way. Let me move you. Actually, you're in XE, and I'll explain why you're in XE. But you are. This is Spurl. They are all the way over here in, I believe this would be the Borderlands subsector. Not far from Tech World. In fact, you're like maybe one jump away from Tech World. And so Spurl is a water world. And the Free Spurl Society is, well, before we get into what the Free Spurl Society is, but Spurl itself is a water world, and like many of the worlds in the region, they made the decision. I was going to say mistake, but not many people would really agree with that. They made the decision to sign the contract with General Development Company, or a General Development Corporation, Jdeco. And Jdeco came in, of course, and set up a starport, Class B starport. It's quite a nice starport. But Spurl, even though it has a population of close to 90 million people, those people are kind of spread out. There isn't a whole lot of water that doesn't cover the land. So there's very few land masses. These islands that are there, they're not huge. And so the population is interspersed throughout these island chains. And of course, now a lot of that population is living on the high port. And this has led, for the most part, to Judecco. They don't necessarily rule Spurl. They don't own the planet, but the government of Spurl definitely leans in whatever direction the corporation wants to go. This has kind of bent the antennas of some of the population, hence the Free Spurl Society. And the Free Spurl Society is really not, they wouldn't even be classified as terrorists. They are nothing more than a bunch of pains in the ass. Mostly there are, protests and the occasional drunken brawl with a couple of them. They spend the night in the Hooskow, and then they are let go the next morning, and really even Judecco doesn't give a shit about them. They are one of the flies on Judecco's many turds, and they don't care. The biggest export of Spurl, and you probably wanted to know this because why else would Judecco be there? But the biggest export is biochemicals. And so these biochemicals are harvested through Spurl whale harvesting. And Spurl whales aren't really a whale. They are a mass of basically amoeba-like jellyfish things that just kind of, accrue together into a mass. And then the people of Spurl use a combination of submersibles, surface ships, and they have a craft. Did I put the craft in here? Because it is pretty cool. I can see Ting wanting to fly one of these things. It is a spotter craft. I did not. Anyways, there is this spotter craft, and it is not a plane, and it's called the Spurl Searcher. It's not really a plane. It's not really a boat. It is a surface effect vehicle. So this thing flies just mere meters above the water surface, looking for whale sign. And once it finds these, it then alerts the surface craft that release submersibles that go down, and these submersibles then go and collect the amoebas. And they have a very strict policy that they don't harvest the entire thing. So they'll harvest much of it and then leave enough so that it can regrow or recreate, so that it is a ever repopulating situation. Good farming practices, essentially. So, I mean, for the majority of the population of Spurl, this is actually not a bad deal. Judecco, the plan is working. Judecco has come in and offered higher technology. They are raising Spurl up from the dregs of society, bringing them into a moderate category. They're still considered a tech level 7, but with a Class B starport on this chain, they have the possibility of bringing in higher tech levels and things of that nature. And because, of course, they have with the Class B starport, they have an export for their biochemicals. Their biggest purchaser, of course, aside from Judecco, is Tech World. And so there is money coming, there's money going, And for the most part, most people are happy with this. But there is a contingent of the people that are not, and they want their planet back. And they are the Free Sparrow Society. And so Armandi has this plan. She wanted to bring you guys in on it, on a basement level. So you would have major benefits from this. Is that they want you to help them, um, essentially create a pirate port to smuggle some of this biochemical off-world to sell to whomever they decide that they want to sell it to. The part of that deal that Randolph had discussed was to sell some of this biochemical product to Drinax at a vastly reduced price. And of course, you would get that vastly reduced price because you guys are setting it up. So she tells you, or has told you, that all the stuff that they need to set up this pirate base, which, I mean, we're talking about true pirate base, maybe a couple of concrete slabs and a fucking beach somewhere, and it's been smoothed out with a rake. That's your pirate base kind of thing. But she says, of course they're going to need robotics and things of that nature that for loading and offloading. They're going to, while you're doing this, they're going to be making a landing port for ships to land to pick this stuff up. And she tells you that there was a pirate, and this pirate was named. Dun, 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 he was named Enshaari, and his pirate band was called Enshaari's Spacers. And he had a base on a moon in the XE system. Now, the XE system is a know-nothing, bare-bones, nobody really ever wants to go there system. And it's really only... hold on. Where'd he go? I had it. There it is. It is a know-nothing system. Its only real claim to fame is that it is one of the possible jumping points coming in from the Imperium, and the only claim to fame is that you can really refuel at this gas giant. And there is a high port around the gas giant. And XE itself has a small port that they tend to patrol the system. But for the most part, you're talking... It's very similar to your guys' fuel station, in that you might show up and the attendants that are supposed to be patrolling the system or scanning the system are asleep or drunk at the controls. So a lot of times these people aren't paying attention at all. At other times, Enshaari has paid them off. And on one of these moons that are both storm worlds around XE, he has a base. Well, Enshaari and his spacers, their name is Enshaari's Spacers isn't named because they operate in space, is named because they are giving piracy and pirates of the Trojan Reach a bad name. They are known for capturing ships, and they load up all of the people onto their vessel and then kick them out of airlocks. They don't even wait for ransoms. They just get laughs and kicks off of just spacing people. They were captured by an Imperial flotilla that came into the system, and Armandi is telling you that leaves his base completely unguarded and unchecked. And so, with the exception, of course, of the XE patrol craft, which are lax in and of themselves, or the possibility of a cargo convoy coming through from the Imperium, There's nobody to guard his base on this moon, and she tells you that that base, rumor has it, they have robotics and shit. That if you were to go in and take it and just bring it back to Spurl, I mean, all you got to do is land, load it up, and leave, and come back to Spurl. We'd have all the robotics necessary to set up shop. And so
That sounds great and too good to be true, but
I've got some questions.
yeah, shoot.
Like, uh, uh, uh we're here with all our shit, right?
I would assume that you guys. Well, I mean that's up to you. I would assume that you guys are probably aboard the Osiris.
I mean,
Yeah, you're probably.
the Osiris has a little bit more hitting power. I mean, it's a
yeah, that's the command vessel,
better.
and I would think that
Yeah.
in addition, I mean, you guys usually run around. If you're in Osiris, you're going to be running around with the two additional
Yeah.
Harriers, Anubis and
Scout's honor.
Scout's Honor. That's the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would have two Harriers and the Rorix jumping into the system, as well as their full complement that you would normally have.
I'm totally fine with that. I really hate fucking getting outmanned when we have the ships to deal with. You know what I mean? Just because we didn't bring our toys with us.
Well, one thing to remember is that the more ships that you drag along with you, the more visible you are.
That's fine.
You're like, fine, look at me, motherfucker.
Yeah,
My balls are hanging out in the wind.
We might be easier to find, but we're not. We're not so easy to see. I mean, even though that the Osiris doesn't have these really great, stealthy hull, it's still got the stealth jump.
Right.
And so I mean, okay,
we can.
If you find us, cool, you did it. But good luck with that, because we'll come creeping around. That's what I'm thinking. It's a command vessel.
Yeah, it does still have stealth jump, which means it's going to be I mean, it's a -4, I believe, a -4 for them to scan you incoming from jump, and depending on where you come in from jump. I mean, you're talking about possibility. You don't necessarily have to come out of jump at the 100 diameter limit. You could come out at the Orc Cloud if you want to take that extra time to come in. So, I mean, that +4 on top of whatever the difficulty is to scan you in the first place could be significant. But I mean, a +4 even at the 100 diameter jump limit. I mean, you're still the 100 diameter jump limit. You're still talking about what? Probably with bonuses, you're still looking at least a very difficult check. So, that
we got fast ships. I mean, so I don't see why we wouldn't bring in the.
Aren't we like heroes now too?
It's to some people.
Who's gonna mess with us?
Well,
we're heroes to a lot of people.
So there's a good question. So with this whole thing that happened with Prince Richter, I was under the assumption. Excuse me. I thought that you were operating under your aliases.
Aww.
I mean, you don't have to, but I mean, and the situation was big enough. I mean, even as you went off, you could have mooned them and said, "Ha ha, we're really so and so," and then left. We're really the pirates, ha ha ha, and then split.
All right.
Okay, never mind. If we were under our aliases, then that's what happened. It's just been
Yeah.
a while since I've had to think about the story, so I'm forgetting stuff.
I hear you. I mean, the way that I understand it is we get our names cleared the moment Drinax is recognized as a kingdom in our little
Well,
free pass favor.
not necessarily cleared. You have a mark that essentially marks you as privateers, not pirates. So everything that you did was an act of government preservation, not
Yeah,
piracy.
including nuking the Corvette.
Yeah, potentially.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's all in how we make our roles, but I mean, I definitely could present a case that they were wrongfully detaining our people and not giving fair trials. And
And that's exactly true. I mean, because it happened in Marduk's space. Marduk, the administrator of Marduk, has agreed verbally to a joining of the new kingdom of Drinax, and so potentially speaking, you're right. There's not a whole lot that they'd be able to do about that.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what trail to chase in the story, I mean, I don't mind stopping by and getting another base that we can stop in that's not necessarily you know on the beaten path.
Well, and I mean,
So
you've already got deals going on with Tech World, and so this Tech World needs a lot of biochemicals. Potentially, your plan to of rebuilding the Class A starport at Drinax potentially is going to need a lot of biochemicals. So, I mean, this is a win-win, and it seems on the surface like very little actual work, which I would think pirates would be fans of.
Well, why aren't they doing it then?
Because they have access to tech level 7 shit, not a whole bunch of spaceships. They have a lot of water vessels. They have, aerial craft, and they have submarines, but not access to much else. And the average tech level of Spurl is going to be tech level 7, with a couple of luxury items that are coming in that are much higher tech levels. And from your experience, that whole situation is kind of on purpose. Yes, Judecco has raised the average tech level of the planet, and eventually it will bring it up, but it's not going to do it too soon. It's not going to just hand the tech level 7 savages tech level 15 shit and then overnight. They're going to have to work for it. And they'll dole it out as like, the little candy prizes that you get at the arcade, as a pat on the head, and just eventually bring them up. This is standard Judecco corporate bullshit.
The thing that interests me about the whole ordeal, and another reason why I really wanted the Osiris, is if Judecco is doing it, they've got those pretty little system defense boats, and if we could get one of those, and take it with us, that would be something great to drop off in Tech World. That would take a lot of pressure off of us in providing them defense.
Well, I mean, Tech World's got a couple of them.
Right, but I mean, we had an agreement that we would provide them defense.
Right.
And so what I'm saying is if this little bullshit Judecco base has a couple of system defense boats, if we play our cards right and edge them out and seize their system defense boats, without putting too much in, in the game, we could drop them off in Tech World, and it would be great. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
those Osiris can carry the fuckers.
Yeah.
That could be difficult, though, because keep in mind that system defense boats do not have jump drives.
We have the Osiris.
As long as
they're 200.
Yeah,
200 tons.
As long as they are, 200 tons, then you're golden. But if they're bigger
Oh.
defense boats, that's
Well,
problem.
then,
Because defense boats generally come in what, 200 and 400 tons? I want to say.
yeah. Well,
I might be
well,
wrong. Let's see
well,
here.
we'll cross that bridge if they're too big.
Now you have me curious. Let's see here. System defense. Destroyer. System defense boat. So this one is. You're right. So the smaller one is 200 tons. And then yes, there is the larger model, which is 400 tons.
No.
400 tons, tech level 13. The 200 ton one is TL 15. So I would think that the Tech World probably already has a number of the 200 ton model.
But that's what I'd like to do on the main thing is get this shit stabilized up so we can get
I'm
get
down to take
past.
the Osiris.
Yeah, I love the Osiris.
We're doing this though, right? It seems like a good use
Well,
of
I mean,
time.
I'll be right back.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind doing this, but I mean, if we're gonna go fuck around in Spurtle, I want to try to kick Jadeko the fuck up out of the mix, especially while they have some instabilities and stuff. I mean, fuck them, and I mean
I
we're
don't like
getting,
the deco.
yeah, and we're God, if we get in a ship combat, it could be dangerous fucking with them. But if we get ourselves in a position before the fighting starts that we're hand to hand, oh fuck them. They are not going to withstand that. That's going to suck for them. Oh, they'll have a bad day, and we will be talking shit. So that'd be great.
So you have come out of jump. You are in the XE system. XE has a K6 5-star. You've been to XE before. In fact, XE, you got into a major combat in XE. This was where Hurl Irontooth's pirates tried to intercept the treasure ship, with many of you either aboard the pirate ship or following the pirate ship, and it just basically turned into a huge clusterfuck because you didn't know that he was going to do that. And so this battle is what the battle at XE is what forced the treasure ship to actually land at Ironicere for repairs. And so you've been here before, not in the Osiris. I believe you were in the Anubis at that time. Because this is, holy crap, this is way back.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, this is a long.
Yeah, I barely remember it.
This was many jumps ago.
The Anubis was the Capri Sun.
Yes, at that time it was the Capri Sun.
Yeah,
yes.
so I mean they might, and then it's been modified since
It
then,
has.
I believe. So,
yeah, and it's probably gone through multiple holographic hull changes since then.
Yeah.
So you have jumped into XE. You can either head straight for your target, or if you guys want to get a little bit more of a lay of the land, you can, of course, run an electronics sensors plus intellect or education check.
And those sensors. 18? Yeah.
14.
Jeez, okay. And
I
so,
took the liberty of adding a +2 due to my ship having cool sensors.
yes.
You can look that up if you want, but we got it.
Yeah, I want to double check it. I'm looking in the wrong book. Starships of the Reach in... There we go. In the Drinaxian Companion. Yeah, it has advanced sensors, so that's +2, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, with a 14... Let me grab some stuff. First of all...
By the way,
We'll
Mars
do it that way.
is the other ship. We have
That's right.
Mars, the Scout's Honor, and the Anubis and the Osiris.
That is correct.
And I have resurrected from my recycle bin the roster that I'd worked on for several hours to put names in it.
So there are some system defense bits. There's a couple of 200 tonners. And then I'm not going to make a new thing for this. I'll just use the same token, but I will mark it. These are the old graphics anyways.
Well, they got some big boys around that gas giant, don't they?
Yeah, that's their refueling station. And then
Where are we heading?
I don't know.
So this is, you know, that it is the base is potentially on one of these Stormworld moons around Exi. That's basically all that you know. But
We're just loading up and leaving, right?
that's true.
Okay.
Exi. I don't think. Well, it is. Yeah, I'll give it to you. 2, 3. Oh. And then in addition, there is a free trader which means a one jump cargo ship, pinging as the angelic Vespa that is in system, and it is heading for the large gas giant to refueling station.
That name sounds familiar.
I
Does
don't
it have
think
a
I've used that
history?
one before.
Okay, well, if you don't think so, then that's your intention, and I'll believe you.
I mean, I don't know. I have a number of names that I frequently use, so maybe I have used angelic Vespa, but it just came to mind, so there it is.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily interested in the angelic Vespa. I'm thinking we're just gonna swoop in and pick up our shit and get the fuck out, right?
Actually, it's probably listed. It's probably like right there.
We should refuel first, probably.
We can
Yeah.
refuel at EXE, can't we?
Exie has a fuel station that basically they have a number of cargo or fuel barges that make their way from Exie to the gas giant, and will so there is a fuel station, a high port around Exie, very small. Then of course there is a fuel station around the large gas giant of Exie as well. That is mostly used by larger cargo ships, like big cargo ships, like mega freighters and shit like that, that will refuel there, or possibly Imperial fleets will refuel there at the gas giant.
I think we ought to take the Osiris and go to EXE and refuel there.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, here's the question. As soon as I find it. Yep. Oh, I think there's a Glen.
Really?
It's a Glen.
It's a Glen. A random Glen appears. Hooray! There's a Randolph.
Is our other Harrier at Drinax along with Shenanigans?
So the third Harrier, if I remember correctly, it was essentially that third Harrier was given over to the Drinaxian
Okay, so they have Mars.
government. So they, or wait, no, there were 4 Harriers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mars would be, I don't know. I guess Mars is either out doing pirating things, or it is at Drinax.
I'm cool with it being at Drinax. If Shenanigans is there, I mean that's where we go to get our other ships, right?
Right.
So it's either there or pirate fucking world.
Yeah, there was a 4th Harrier that you reclaimed and rebuilt that was given to, basically to General Rax to kind of get him off your ass.
Yeah.
So my question is, Anubis and Scout's Honor, are they attached to your docking hardpoints, and are you moving that way, or are you sending them out on their own?
I'm just thinking, perhaps we could send the Osiris and Scout's Honor to the high port to refuel, and then from the stores of the Osiris, top Anubis off itself and send it to the pirate base to pick up the shit we're supposed to pick up. You know what I mean? We could just do the both.
Pretty good idea.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that plan.
Okay.
I'm good.
So, Glenn, you haven't missed a whole lot. They are mid-mission in Exie to go to a pirate base on a moon to pick up essentially robotics that they are wanting to pick up for a woman named Armandi, who is the head of the Free Sperl Society, and they are wanting to set up, or have the potential to set up, a base on Sperl, which is a water world, and both in helping the Free Sperl Society try to free themselves from the General Development Company, and as well as essentially getting not only free access to biochemicals that are smuggled off of the world, but also, free pirate base. So it's kind of a good situation.
So did you guys start at 6?
We do start at 6 Pacific time is the new time.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that had gone out. My bad if it didn't.
It may
It's
have.
on
My
Friday,
bad that I
too.
didn't check.
No worries. So,
You hear, Glenn? It's on Friday too.
yeah. Well, Glenn's not playing with us on Friday.
Oh, okay.
He
Well,
backed
then
out.
I will shut up.
But anyways, my question is.
I had enough of Sarda and quit.
Okay.
So my question is, so are you guys staying on the Osiris and going to the refueling station, or are you boarding Anubis and going to the moon?
I thought we'd be going to the moon, right?
Sounds like we should be going to the moon, and the Osiris and the Scouts Honor will go to the high port and do. Yeah, we can give them instructions to try to get us some information, like if they could figure out what's the deal with the 2 system defense boats, and maybe figure out some of the rotations with just the inner system defense. Man, if they could figure out the rotations of the crew on when they switch that out and where those guys stay, where do they live, what do they do, if they could get that information out of their docking and all that for when we get ready to decide if we want to utilize it, that would be nice. But don't take any too big a risks and don't be a dumbass.
So you guys board Anubis through the docking clamps on the ends of Osiris, kind of top it off, and head that direction, while Osiris and Scouts Honor head to Exie. And the high port at Exie, oddly enough, they rolled really well. They detected Anubis and Scout's Honor and immediately, want to know why they're, or what their intentions are. Why are they approaching the high port? And through the radio traffic that you're picking up as Anubis undocks and heads towards the moons, it sounds like the guy may have just woke up. And he's like, what are unidentified ships? Why are you approaching the high port?
Is it the high port where we're supposed to dock to purchase fuel?
Yeah,
and do trade?
Exie itself is a frozen rock ball. It does have a very small downport, but nobody ever goes there. There's no reason to go there.
We're just stopping to buy some fuel and do some light shopping. And we like weird shit. And man, we saw the movie Frozen and it was amazing. And we just want to try to pick up some things. Maybe we could find something that we're interested in. I mean, I thought that this was a generalized trade thing. Is you go to the high port, you dock, and you spend money in the bars, you motorboat the strippers and then pay, tip well, and go on.
Oh yeah, you don't want to motorboat our strippers. I think Bob's dancing the pole tonight. But anyways,
well, I mean, I'm not trying to judge what my preferences of the crew are. We have some weird fucks. Long time in deep space,
He says, and honestly, if you're looking for fuel, we can accommodate that. He says, but really, he says, to be real honest, if you're looking for shopping opportunities or interesting things to purchase, you're probably going to be better off just continuing to jump on towards Tech World.
Man, that's our end destination anyway. So we're just passing through, doing things that, eccentric people do.
Okay. Yeah. That's not what I want. Hold on. It is. I guess it is.
Life is not about the profit necessarily with us. It's about the experience.
He says, well, he says, let's see, let's see. I have to do some mental math. So 610. You know what I mean, if anybody from Mongoose is watching, you know what you could do? Under the maintenance, you could just put the number of what it costs to refuel the damn ship. That would be fantastic. I don't want to have to do any math. I just want to go, oh, it costs this much to refuel. Or it's this many tons of fuel. You know, that'd be amazing. So it's like what, 20, is it 10, or it's 10%. 10%.
Yeah.
So, so that's 60 tons of fuel. Holy shit. So the Osiris is going to cost 30,000 credits to refuel with refined fuel.
Whatever.
But the Scout's Honor will be a nominal 10,000.
Whatever.
Alright.
So you're talking about 40,000 credits and fuel for the two ships, and plus an additional 1,000 credits docking fees for the two of them. Ouch, man! That command ship is spendy to fuel up. That's like owning a Ford F-150.
But I mean, when you got millions and millions of credits just sitting around, it really don't mean shit.
Yeah,
am I right?
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
I've been working too much on the new campaign, you know, where that kind of shit's gonna get. Ouch! Hurry! Ow! Ow! It hurts.
Yeah. Well.
You know. So okay. So yeah, you guys come around. So Ting, make a persuasion plus charm check to kind of try your little bullshit about them wanting to just come and dock. While he's doing that, Captain Beth, man, I'm starting to get names mixed up. Captain Beth, you go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
I'm gonna add 1 because I'm fabulous in no matter what name I'm using.
That's true.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm so glad that I pulled up that character sheet that I came up. Mr. 10.
Nice. So yeah,
they're motherfucking Hanson.
Yeah,
I don't tell him that.
You know, he goes through his spiel about giving you prices and tells Osiris and Scout's Honor. He says, obviously, you know, you'll have to take separate berths. He gives Osiris docking berth 13 and Scout's Honor docking berth 9, and you are cleared for docking. What did Beth get?
Oh.
Beth, in a very secretive manner with the Anubis, detaches from Osiris and very gently pushes off away towards these two moons. Completely under under the auspices of the stealth of all three ships, and is not detected. But you don't know which of these two moons is which, and so it's taken you about 8 hours to get in here. You can, at this point, scan the two moons to decide your best course of action. So I don't know who wants to make that electronic sensors plus intellect or education. Holy
15.
shit. Okay. Well, anyways... So
that's been my shit all along.
Both of these moons do have a rather minimal atmosphere, but it is enough of an atmosphere that they are stormy. So, and few people probably, I believe it was named Acheron, LV422 or LV426 from Alien. It's like that. There's high winds, lightning. It's a shitty place to be. But you do pick up that there are technological and structural pings on I was going to say south, space south, this moon. I guess, yeah, the southeastern moon, since XE is a planet, we can use southeast. That moon does have structures built upon it. The other moon, not so much. It doesn't look like anybody's gone there.
Looks like we're going to the structures, right?
Yes. So as you are coming in to this this atmosphere, and this is just for your edification to show you. This is XE. Like I said, it is a tidally locked world. And so there is a hot side and a cold side. The only downport is on the cold side. Aside from that, there's nothing here. It's not even really a world that's good for mining. It's just a garbage rock ball. But it was suitable for a small base to essentially, mostly the high port that's around XE is there to guard the high port that is around the gas giant. It is nothing more than a police station for the fuel port. That's it. Aside from that, nothing else is here. This whole system is shit. But Beth,
and I pity the poor noble estate.
I know, right? I know. I saw that too. I'm like, who the fuck puts a noble estate? I mean, what are they on the hot side trying to get a tan? I mean, what are they doing over there? Yeah, this site that I get these maps from, it's for Traveler 5, and I have a lot of questions about some of the maps it generates. I'm like, I don't believe you. But Beth, you are coming in, and it is bucking and rocking like you are riding a bronc. Go ahead and make a piloting plus dex check.
Going down to the downport, right? That's where these structures are.
Actually, no. That was XE. I'll show you the moon in but a second.
Okay.
Oh, the exact same thing. Got another 12.
Another 12. Okay. Oh shit! No wonder. I forgot to open up my referee screen. That's better. I was like, "Where's all my shit?" Yeah, 12. You make it, and you are bringing it down, and Ting's sensors. Ting's sensors bring up essentially this. And there is indeed a structure, and there is a section here where the ground looks like it has been leveled out with what essentially looks like probably plasma cutters to form a base or form a landing pad, and there is a single beacon light in the middle of it. There is a fuel canister here and a refueling station for drawing fuel from said canister. You don't know whether it's refined or not. There's a lot of ice on this world, or this small moon, so it's very likely that this fuel system is cracking water, and it's going to be unrefined.
That's fine. We can refine it if we
Well,
need to.
That's true.
we need to hook it up as soon as possible if we need to refine it so that it has
Well, we
time
just
to
topped
compensate.
off. We topped off the Osiris. We topped off from the Osiris before we took away.
That's true.
So I mean,
Oh, right. I got confused.
yeah,
Okay, we're fine then. Don't need
yeah.
to mess with it at all.
Say it with confidence. We're fine.
We're fine.
Yeah, hot.
All right, we should just
It's
land
good to
and
see
we'll-
Wes.
I know, right? I know, it almost brings a tear to the eye.
Thank you.
So we'll put, yeah, it's about like so. That's good. Not ideal, but there is a token for the Anubis.
I mean, there's all kinds of things that I want to know what are, you know? So,
That's true.
it looks like a loader, you know? Oh, yeah. See, I mean, there are things.
There's things and some shit in here, guys.
Yeah.
we were hoping for. So
Well, and that's one reason why I didn't cover the map up. I mean, you already know what you're looking for.
And what are we looking for?
So they're here grabbing this is a pirate base that is abandoned. Well, not abandoned. The pirates, Enshaari Spacers, the pirate band that ran this site, were captured by an Imperial flotilla, and so these guys were told that essentially, we need robotics for this pirate base that we're wanting to set up. So you could just go to Exy and go to this moon and pick it up, and nobody should stop you. There's nobody there to fight you. So the next question, of course, is, I mean, and I don't know why I'm bothering to ask this, but how are you guys equiping yourselves?
Everything.
Yeah, I assume.
I'm bringing all kinds of. I mean, I've got grenades all over my little battle dress.
I imagine you're going
I
full battle
ambushed
dress.
too many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
could
am. I'm gonna have that piston fist on the outside of the battle dress. So
In the time,
I've got my laser cartridge carbine.
okay, so Wes, in the time that we have been in between with the Navy characters, I would say that there would have been time that you have the choice. You can either leave the piston fist as is, or you can have the piston fist installed in one of the slots of the battle dress. But that would mean that it would be a permanent fixture for the battle dress.
I mean, yeah, I think I'll do that because if I'm not in the battle dress, I want to use my claws. But if I use my claws while in the battle dress,
Then
then
that's
right. I've got to take my gloves off
right.
to really when I really want to,
Right.
I could actually do that. Take the gloves off, slap somebody in the face with them, and then claw them up.
Except, your hands will get really cold. But
Well, I mean, we'll do that.
like,
We'll
to
get
the point of
inside.
falling off, but
Yeah, but I'll look good.
right, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
I would say that is probably true for the rest of you as well. You can have a piece of equipment like go into a permanent slot on your battle dress. So like if you wanted, for instance, you have a number of these boarding guns. I want to say is that the right word? It is breaching gun. So you have a number of these breaching guns that theoretically you could really, it's not in there? Okay. All right, whatever. That you could install into a permanent slot on your battle dress. If you've got grenade launchers or missile systems or whatever, you could have that installed into the battle dress. So I don't know what you guys have written down on your notes, but these could be permanent features.
I do have the breaching gun anyway.
Yeah, you guys should. I
I
mean,
used up all the slots on my
I would think you guys probably have enough breaching guns that each of you could install one. And your battle dress has something ridiculous like 14 slots. So, I mean, it's not like you're going to be filling it up.
Okay, maybe not.
You would essentially be putting this breaching gun like on a shoulder mount or maybe like on a forearm mount or something like that. Probably a forearm mount, because these are breaching guns are small. You're not talking like a missile rack or shit like that. You could even install that sniper rifle that Captain Beth uses. You could put that like on a shoulder rack that kind of sweeps down, and you could fire.
That's a cool idea too.
It could be a permanent mount on your battle dress. But I mean, theoretically, you can mount some vehicle weapons on battle dress. So keep that in mind too.
Do you pay somebody to mount them, or do you just like customize it when you're?
Tell me what you want to mount, and you can mount it.
I'll mount a breaching gun. That's gonna be handy for this mission, I'd assume.
Okay, so you've got a breaching gun permanently mounted to your battle dress. Anything that Gregor wants to permanently mount?
Gregor's looking at the book to figure out what's going on.
Well, like I said, there's plenty of these breaching guns, and I can't believe that this isn't already in there, but I'll do it again anyways, just in case.
What's an integrated?
An integrated what?
Integrated weapon mount heavy. What would I put on that?
So you could put any heavy weapon.
That sounds like fun.
Right?
And I'll go try to find a heavy weapon.
Yeah, I would say that you would have had enough time in between that if you wanted to do that, that wouldn't be an issue. We'll just have to deduct the amount of money. This is all screwed up. But anyways.
Okay, where are the heavy weapons?
You could do an awful lot.
You want to look in either the central supply catalog or the field guide, and it is in central supply catalog. You are going to be looking at page vehicle heavy weapon. You're going to want to be looking at page 161. So here is the breaching gun. Field catalog. In the field catalog, we haven't used a whole lot of stuff from the field catalog, but I really like the field catalog. You're going to want to look at page 157 for heavy weaponry.
Okay. 151.
AC-25 automatic cannon. AC-40 medium automatic cannon. Yeah, these would be essentially shoulder-mounted heavy weapons. Because So so there was a TSR in their waning days, right before WotC bought them. They did a science fiction game called Alternity. They had battle dress, but in my opinion, they more appropriately named them body tanks. So you're not talking about normal, spacesuits. You're talking about the type of shit that Space Marines are going to wear. From like 40K, with just this massive armor with this huge shoulder-mounted cannon and shit like that.
I'll take the AC-25 automatic cannon.
Go for it. That is a good deal. So you're looking at you're looking at 4,000 for the armor piercing model or 6,000 for explosive.
I'll do the explosive.
Okay.
I assume the range is 2.5 kilometers.
Correct.
Auto 3, blast 3, low pin.
Low penetration.
2.
Yeah, so that means that their armor gets a boost of 2. But it's still a blast of 3 per shot. So with auto 3, that's going to be a blast of 9.
And let's see, it says 9D.
I'm setting this up. You guys will see this. Yeah, it's impressive. Good choice, Glenn. Good choice.
Okay, it's in my sheet.
Okay.
Guess we're gonna go camo mode and chameleon mode and just creep up on the complex.
Sure. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So here's what Glenn just added. So I guess Gregor just went to heavy gunner mode.
Yeah, I guess instead of sneaking, we could blast a hole in the wall.
Okay.
Good.
So you guys are all going camo. I won't make you make a stealth check. Well, yeah, everybody go ahead and make a stealth plus dex check, but because of your camo systems, you have a +4 to your stealth check.
11.
I got a 10.
Oh shit! And with 2 1s? Fuck.
Well, yeah, my
You have 16.
So it's stealth and what?
Stealth plus dex +4.
I don't need to roll.
Right. Well, that's what just happened with Glenn, is that he rolled like a 2 1s and still got an 8, or got a 10.
Ting.
4 plus
Ting,
4.
sorry.
I mean, I'm +8.
Well, the battle dress.
So was he,
gives
yeah.
Yeah. The battle dress gives a plus dex bonus, and then I've got 2 in stealth.
Oh, I didn't even count the dex bonus.
Okay, but
What's the dex bonus for the armor?
You get a plus. Generally, you're going to get a +3 to Dex, +4 to Dex.
And I don't get to keep my regular Dex.
No, it's a bonus to it's a +4 to the actual Dex score.
So if you have a 10 for Dex, you end up with a 14.
Right.
Which would give you
I have a 12, so I end up with a 16.
Right, so you have a +3 to Dex.
3. Yeah.
I forgot about that also, so I got 18.
Nice.
Probably got more. Whatever. 11 should pass.
If it's one thing we got good at is creeping around.
Yeah.
So what I roll?
Yeah.
So it'd be 2d +3 for your Dex, plus your Stealth, +4.
I mean, I'm +9, so I only got an 8. So even with snake mines, I get an 11.
So, well, let's see. You guys are invisible. So there are two entrances to this. Each one of these hexes are, and the measurement tool does work. There is this, the first major one that you see, is a set of heavy industrial cargo bay doors on this area here. There is, from where you're standing, you can see no external controls to open that up. This particular one over here, there is a standard 33 meters away. There is a standard airlock for entering this small base, and that would be
probably the way in. Yeah. I mean, it's Devin's turn to fucking roll something. We should make Keith hack the door. And that's in his will set. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's in his bailiwick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we make it? Just get over there?
You want me to just open the door for you? Okay. Hacking.
We gotta get over there first.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Gonna creep on over there and have Keith hack open the airlock.
All right, so Keith, you can make a. I mean, you've got a number of choices here. You could do a mechanic plus strength check, trying to force it open. You could do a electronics, computers check plus intellect or dexterity, or I'm sorry, intellect or education, with what, a +4 bonus for intrusion software. So it's your choice.
Yeah, so I'll try to hack it and roll a 15.
Okay, so that definitely gets past the formidable security package, and he plugs in or doesn't even plug in. He just kind of clips a couple of roach clips to some wires, and taps away on his shoulder or on his forearm computer, and after about a minute, you hear the door go and slide open into an airlock, and there is another door on the inside. But because he already hacked this door, the interior door is already unlocked. All that has to do is for you guys to load in and shut the door. And so you shut the door and cycle the system, putting you inside. So in here, let me kind of spread you guys. Actually,
you ought to do this shit for a living.
In here, you see that this is a crude common area. There is a small galley at this end with a sink that has a numerous number of dirty dishes just piled up in it. There is notably here there is a automatic dishwashing system. So you're like, There's a stove and a refrigeration unit here, and a preparation counter, and then there is this small area table with a couple of chairs sitting there. On this wall here, there are a couple of just standard everyday use vac suits that are hanging on the wall. And then there is a door that leads to the north here.
Boy, they don't have a vac
You wanna
suits.
open the door?
Okay.
Let's
Is there
check out the
power?
door. Do I need to do anything?
Are the lights on?
The lights are on.
Interesting.
Yeah, when you guys step through the airlock, the lights go and come on automatically, and like it's either motion sensitive or maybe pressure sensitive. It recognizes that there's somebody in here. The system, I mean.
Yeah, there's no
So
computer.
I'm guessing the door is just going to open. But if not,
Yeah, I'll go with you,
I can
Keith.
try to hack it again.
Yeah.
The door is unlocked.
Okay, so just open it up.
All right, I'll open that door stealthily.
Okay.
The lights clicked on. I don't think there's much stealth left.
What's Gregor doing over in the galley? Grabbing some food?
Hungry.
No, he's got to wash the dishes.
Gregor just sitting over the goddamn fucking slobs. I'm just gonna... So you slide the door open. There's this long hallway that ends in another door at the north end, and there are these two other sliding doors to the east and west.
I'm just I'm following Keith, just
Okay,
whatever door he goes to.
So I will say that there are 2 times in Traveler that I almost killed a character, and both those times it was fucking Keith. And it wasn't his fault. It was just luck of the draw. He was just at the wrong place at the wrong time and just got lit up. So Keith, where are you going?
I'm gonna go for the end of the hall, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Ting, where are you going?
I'm going with Keith.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's Beth doing?
No. I'll stick with the rest of the group.
Okay. And Gregor's doing dishes. All right.
Well, call me if you need me. These dishes won't take too long in the automatic dishwasher.
Oh, shit. You guys kill me. So, you get to the end of the hallway, and there's this door that opens up into a large, looks like a cargo/mechanics bay. And in here, well, first of all, Keith, Ting, and Beth roll a recon plus intellect check.
I'm gonna add
7.
+1
I did pretty
because
poorly.
I'm adding an extra +1
Get
due to my
10.
eyes.
Oh, that's right. So 13 for Ting. What did Keith get? I'm sorry, what was that?
That was a 10.
Okay. And what did Beth get?
7.
Okay. And I know Ting's gonna like that.
I can't wait to go in that little other garage there. That looks interesting, but it's probably something stupid like an auto dock or something fucking lame. That's worth a couple million credits, but I mean, still.
How do you get it out?
Oh, we can get it
Yeah, I
out.
gotta
It's
figure
worth
out
a
how to do
couple
the cargo
mil.
door.
Yeah. We have the tools and ability to put to open to remove almost anything we want as it is. I mean, just depends on how much we have to break it down.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to beat some robots, but I'm guessing we'll have to fight.
Sorry, I'm making a picture for you.
Hope it's got colors.
It does have colors. So as you open this door, the lights go tick 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 tick, and just kind of open up overhead. This harsh, fluorescent, that the lighting that Keith and I know so well, and sitting in our offices and cubicles, the type that gives you the migraine. It's in my skull. That lighting is overhead. Giving a harsh white light to everything in here. You see that over here there is a number of cargo containers. And right here, there seems to be a fabrication unit. You do see that there is a cargo loader here. And there is, and you would recognize this, there is a mobile, basically the forklift robot. Keith had one for a very minimal amount of time. There's one of those sitting here, as well as some more cargo containers over here. But over here, there are two bots. And you guys, as soon as you come in, they become active.
Good job.
And Ting
If we don't have
immediately
to ruin
recognizes these because he owns some of them.
They're Sedalia Deathbots.
No, but close. They are these.
Oh, I love them. Oh, yeah.
They become active. Hold on here. Still working?
It looks kind of.
Here we go. Now
They're
we're cooking.
badass.
Now we're cooking with gas.
They're good bots. Can set them up in school zones.
Yes. Yes.
Keeps the kids learning. You
Oh,
know.
no bitch class then.
Yeah.
Attention, citizen, move down the slide immediately.
Yeah.
They are urban pacification police robots.
Got big guns.
Honestly, you guys got a lot further than I expected you to tonight. Usually, you guys take a little bit the longer route around things, and then you always surprise me. Everybody can roll initiative. 2D plus your dex or your intellect. Your choice.
Dex of 12 is a +3.
It is. Yeah, you don't forget to add your dex bonus for your armor.
Oh, jeez. That makes me +6.
I'm in the back of the line, so I'm going to forget to do that.
I rolled a 15. So I'm not.
Shit,
I'm not there yet.
You might be coming running to the forefront. Okay. What did Ting get?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 12.
Keith, what's your dex?
My dex with the suit is 15.
Oh, what is Ting's?
Mine is I can let him go first. But
Okay. I mean, I was just
question, mine is 14.
okay. So there we go. So Gregor, so these guys, of course, would see these things kind of tick and automatically come alive, and these multiple guns. What are they? They are
Autocannon.
yeah, two light autocannons. I'm sorry, 4 light autocannons just kind of come down, and you hear a kind of computer automated voice. Attention, citizen. Identify. Gregor, what are you doing?
Was that over the radio?
Yeah, you could hear it. I mean, with
Hey,
these
guys,
doors
I think I
open,
found-
with these doors open, I wouldn't think that it's going to be quiet.
In the dishwasher for us to have a meal later.
Hold on, I got something in the microwave.
Busy, huh?
But I'm moving towards you. Can I move to there?
He's identifying himself.
So
as the
you can move.
dishwasher.
You can with 3 minor actions, you can move 18 rounds. So or 18 meters rather. So shit, you could get up right with the group with 3 minor actions. You wouldn't be able to do anything, but you could get up there. Okay. Mr. Keith, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try to use my science robotics and pacify the robots by talking to them.
What are you going to say? Do you know a code or something?
I'm going to try to speak in code and stop them from attacking us.
Interesting.
Okay, so you could identify as their administrator.
You know
yeah,
what?
I could identify as their administrator and try to hack them, something like that. That's what it is.
So you're basically going to try to bullshit them with computer code coming out of your mouth hole. Okay. You know what? I'm going to allow that because I could see somebody trying to do that with like an Alexa. So go for it.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's see. That's a 10.
So a 10's not going to do it, but and they, you see them like all focus. Both of them focus their guns on Keith.
Well, I'm gonna move and try to take cover.
Okay, yeah, you can move. You can move.
behind
You can move 6 meters.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay, you could almost make it.
Okay.
You could make it. Yeah.
I can do that.
Keith jumps and dives for cover under
Good guy,
the
buddy.
cargo containers. Ting, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Yeah, I can move. So I can step forward to here, and then I can throw the electromagnetic pulse grenade.
You can.
I want to hit.
Let me double
Right
check, make sure these
there.
guys aren't shielded. They are not.
So right there is where I'm going to do that.
So you want to make an athletics dex check. So it's athletics dex plus your dex modifier.
11.
Okay, so it lands right in between them. You can roll your damage for your... I have to look up.
I don't think I do roll damage.
I
but
thought there
let's
was
see.
a damage rating, but let me
No,
double check. So.
it says this grenade is called an EMP grenade. It unleashes a burst of electromagnetic radiation that does not harm living tissue, but causes unshielded electronics to shut down for 1D minutes.
Don't think it's...
Unshielded electronics of more than 2 tech levels lower than that of the grenade will be permanently fried.
Okay, so
more than 2
grenade,
levels higher,
EMP grenade
it's
is
a TL9.
TL9. These guys are... TL12.
So
Right. So
they're going to be completely immune. What's going to happen?
is that what it's saying?
If it's 2 tech levels higher, all electronics of more than 2 tech levels higher, which is tech level 11,
Are immune. Are completely immune. So yeah, your EMP grenade goes off, and you see electrical sparks come off of these 2 big bots, and nothing happens. They keep acting. You've still got a minor action that you can move.
Yeah, I'm moving back.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of get over here and be like, oh shit! Time to get out of the way.
That didn't work the way I thought it was gonna work.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I'm
Captain...
up against the wall, is what I'm trying to show it.
No, you can move it wherever. Yeah, I know where you're at.
All right. Yeah.
Captain Beth, what would you like to do?
I want to open this door next to me so we have more room for cover and stuff, because they're going to start coming this way.
Okay, so you open this door and the lights go, come on. And over here, you see that there is a computer console. There's a computer on the desk. And there are a couple of shelves in this back corner that hold a number of pistol firearms and a number of bottles of different liquors and various glasses. And from this computer here on the desk, you can hear tick, 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 brrrr,
Okay, I can make it to the desk and I can look at I don't think I can mess with the computer at all, but I can.
The computer is requesting a login.
You're gonna have to hack that,
Oh,
Beth.
fuck. I can't do that.
You could ask for somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always make an
Oh,
attempt.
yeah. Is it gonna lock me out?
Do you have electronics at all?
I have electronic sensors.
So that gives you electronics 0.
Not.
So if you've only got sensors, that gives you electronics 0. Plus, it would be your intellect or education.
Okay, I'll give it a shot then.
At least you're not untrained. You got a what?
Well, I rolled 10 and I got a +2 for my intellect.
Okay, so you sit there and for login you type in Enshaari, and for password you type in spacers, and it logs you into the system. And immediately it comes up with all the mundane shit, such as it has lighting control, fuel tank consumption. The next menu item, and this is like, of course, a holographic form of the old monochrome green screen. So you've got lighting and electronics controls, fuel consumption. The menu number 3 is auto dock usage and supplies, and number 4 is supply inventory, and the very last one is number 5, security system controls.
Oh, that'd be cool. Can I do that this turn, or is that too much stuff?
Yeah, you can select computer, or you can select whatever you want, 1 through 5. 5 being security system controls.
5. I want to stop these things.
Okay. So you hit number 5, and it basically comes up urban pacification robots on off.
Off, please.
Okay, so you hit off. The urban pacification robots. Move that far, aim down this hallway, and then go and shut down.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good job.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah.
And Captain Beth currently has access to everything as far as the computer console and all of the database for this base. That's where we'll break for tonight. We will pick this up at 6 o'clock next week on Wednesday night, Pacific time. That is our new time slot. And so I hope everybody had a good time. And we will pick this up. And I think we'll continue on with the naval characters next week. We're going to establish I'm sorry, not the naval character. We'll continue on with the pirate characters next week, continuing to establish what you guys are doing and what's going on before next session, where we will pick it up with the pirate characters and that whole conundrum.
All right,
Cool.
sounds good. Thanks so much.
Sounds fun. Yeah. Thanks a
All
lot.
right. All right.
See you later.
Yep. Have a good night, guys. I will see you Friday night, Ting.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Yep.